What's going on, everybody? What's going on, people? How's everybody doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're getting outside, getting in nature right now. It's not the time to sun gaze. But after this, I'm probably gonna do a workout in the grass with no shoes on. Root yourself in nature. But yeah, what's up? I wanted to really get in this topic because I was actually just reading something about this. You know, the ancestors have a way of revealing information to you when you're ready, and only when you're ready. Because when you're not ready, they won't reveal it to you. But if you set an intention to learn this information, you'll find out just what's going on out here. You'll find out just what's going on. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Now, lately, things have been really synchronicity right now. You know what I mean? Just things have been revealing themselves to me like one after another because they know I'm ready to receive anything, no matter how, weird people may seem the information is, no matter how unpopular the information is. They have been revealing things to me in so many ways, and it's only to share them with y'all. Now, some people won't like this video, and some people it'll resonate with. And that's how you know if you're ready for the information, because I presented something on my Patreon the other day, and some people weren't ready for the information. But that don't have nothing to do with me. The information is the information. I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm just revealing it to you. And you can go research the information on your own and tell me if I'm lying. I mean, facts speak louder than anything. Facts speak louder than debates, to me, to the ancestors. They give you the facts, and if you're not ready to take the medicine, then you don't have to take the medicine. But when you can take the medicine and you're in a mental space to take the medicine, then you can let the medicine start to heal you at the end of the day. And today, this video is about why this particular thing, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's 5G. I don't care if it's Corona. It's killing people. So this whole debate about what it is doesn't really make a difference. The debate about what you should be doing because it's killing people is the debate you should want to have. What should we be doing? Not what it is. What we are doing. Because I don't care if it was Corona. I don't care if it was 10G. I don't care if it's a Heineken virus. It's killing people. And for the simple fact of the matter is, lately it's been killing a lot of black people. And I'm sure you're wondering why it's getting us more than it's getting Caucasians, that we thought it was going to get at first, right? We thought it was going to get them, like this is something for them. Now, why are many of us dying? Now, lately, I was scrolling on my Facebook feed, and I saw that another friend of mine passed away. As a matter of fact, a lot of friends of mine have passed away. I mean, my age, younger than me, people who are older than me. A lot of people have been losing grandparents and mothers and dads and all that stuff. And, this video is not to piss you off, because the thing about death with black people is that when death comes to other people close to us and we know that we can be touched, we get really afraid because we have no idea what death really is. And the simple fact of the matter is, we're pretty much one of the, I'm not even going to, you know what, that's another part of my channel, but we're multidimensional beings. Death is not death. It's only transition, either to transition back here or to transition where you're going to go when you learn whatever you got to learn on this proven ground, no matter what I don't care what you believe. I know it's a fact. I've been there. So I know it's a fact. If the ancestors haven't spoken through you and given you real information that you are verifying throughout this time, then I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. It's time for you to listen. Stop telling me where you've been and what you've read. I don't care what you've read. Reading is nothing compared to experiencing it yourself. Reading doesn't mean a damn thing. That means somebody put it in a book for you to recite. I'm talking about going there. This is not about debate. This is about what is real and what is fake. And what's real is the reason why melanated people have died faster than anybody else in this country is because we're eating food that is not designed for us. Let me give you an example. If you have a giraffe and a giraffe eats a certain food, and then you put that giraffe in a tiger's environment and you feed that giraffe the tiger's food, what will happen to that whole system of that giraffe? What will happen to that whole system of that giraffe? That system will be, it'll be destroyed. It'll be destroyed. One day after another, it will be destroyed. Slowly but surely, it will break down that giraffe system. So what happens when you put a melanated individual in a habitat that is not designed for that melanated individual, and when you feed that melanated individual GMO food that is not designed for that non-GMO human being? What will happen to that melanated individual? Well, you'll get high blood pressure, you'll get diabetes, you'll get high cholesterol, you'll get erectile dysfunction, you'll get heart disease, you'll get all kinds of issues. You'll get fat, you'll get all these things because we're eating food which is not designed for us. I'm going to say it. The white person can eat meat all that person's life, and nothing probably will happen to that person. These carnivore diets you see these white people going on are for them. I don't care what Martin Luther King said or anybody else. We are not created equal. Not even in the least. We are not. We are not created equal. And whoever fed you that lie is full of shit. We have different bodies and different makeup than them. We are melanated. And if you are not melanated, this is not offense to you, and I shouldn't have to keep on saying it because I'm just talking to the people who look like me. Don't be offended. I'm just telling you. I don't care how you feel. I care about the facts. And the facts are the facts. If you eat food that is designed for you, you will find that your body can fight about anything off unless somebody injects something directly into your system to make your body have to work a little harder. But if you set your body up and come back to where it should be, then you'll probably get the virus. You probably have had the virus and and it was gone. Gone. Many of you have already had the coronavirus and it was gone already. Many of you. I didn't say that melanated people will not be affected. I said that melanated people have melanin to protect us from it. But if you corrupt that melanin, how can you protect yourself from anything? If you have a large amount of body fat that accumulates and holds on a toxin, how can you protect yourself from whatever goes into your system if you are not in a situation where you have built an environment to fight off the disease in your body, the virus in your body, or whatever you want to call the foreign invader? Now, let's think about what we're eating. Let's think about the meat we're eating. And then I want you to trace that back to the geographical location of the people that you are most look like, melanated. Let's talk about the equator. Let's talk about what food is at the equator. Life-giving food. So if you are sun people and you are from nature, melanated, and space is you, melanated space, and the sun, which is also cosmic melanin, which receives information, brings it down to the pineal gland, you, which produces the pineal gland, melanin pineal gland, you, then how do you expect to be anything besides that when you put things in your body that are unnatural to it, and then you expect to run to full efficiency? You have all kinds of problems because of that. all kinds of problems. And this is a very sad time for many people because you people who are passing away who don't understand what death is, then that's their journey. But there are a lot of people that are arguing right now, mad at other people that they're going outside, that they're walking outside without masks on, and we're forgetting about what the real problem is. The problem is the fact that you're putting horrible horse shit in your body that is not designed for your body, and you're getting a breakdown of that because of that. People are really getting sick. Yes, they are. I don't care. Listen, what did I just say? Who is this person? I see you on my stuff, so I just want to talk to you. I want you to think about something. Stop giving it a name. When you give it a name, you give it power. Stop giving it a name. Who gives a fuck what it is? Who gives a shit what it is? The fact of the matter is, people are dying. So who gives a fuck what it is? Who cares? Why are you worried about the dumbest shit? The dumb shit is what it is. The real shit you should worry about is what it's doing. Because I don't care what name we put on it in this English language, which we're only using 15% of our communication anyway, with this bullshit language anyway, because we don't know our roots. And when we actually know our roots, we speak in a language such high vibrational that other people couldn't even comprehend. Because they've spoken through me in languages that my lower self could not even comprehend, but my higher self understood what was saying when they spoke through me in their language, in their dialect, that I couldn't even do on my own. And they gave me information about what's going on and guided me to what's really going on and what to enlighten you with. You know what I mean? They tell you, they want you to come back to nature because people say the ancestors are back. They're back. They're back. They're back. No, motherfucker, they never left. You just couldn't hear them. We couldn't hear them. They've been back. They never left. They chose not to transition so they could help their people ascend back to their true power. They chose. Whoa, coach. What does this mean if I'm white? I don't know. I can't worry about you right now. You always are worried about. I can't worry about you. I'm worried about the people that look like me right now. Simple as that. It doesn't make me racist. It doesn't make me prejudiced. As a matter of fact, I can't be prejudiced because I don't shift society and I don't control none of this shit. I am just an observer on this plane of existence, here to help people ascend to their higher self. Simple as that. Do you understand? Do you understand? They're trying to speak through me right now. I'm trying to stop it. And I'm not even under anything. It happens when I go deep. It happens when I go deep. See, you think that maybe if you don't understand nature and what it can do, and it's a portal, that this is demonic to have higher self entities speak through you that have more intelligence than what you have. You may think it is, but it is not. It is the way things should have been, always have been, and always will be to those who are create the portal through themselves by eating plant food, connecting to nature, sunlight giving energy, information to your pineal gland. Whether you are white or black, if you tapped in, you tapped in. I've met some people who are tapped in that are Caucasian, and I've met many more who are not tapped in that are melanated. What does that say about you? You are a Lamborghini that does not know your speed. You are a Lamborghini that is moving 30 miles an hour because you refuse to put the right gasoline in you, and then you have the Toyotas putting the right gas in them, and they're moving 100 miles an hour past you. Past you. What does that say about you? That I can tell a group of Caucasians this information and they'll understand it. Because spirits entering to the vessel is not a race. A spirit is a spirit. Whatever vessel it may be in, it's in a vessel. I have met more tapped in Caucasians than more tapped in melanated people in my lifetime. Interesting. But if we tapped in, we could be tapped in and understand what this really is about. This goes deeper than race. And the fact that you're still on race right now is the worst thing you could ever be on. He's white, I'm black, he's Spanish, I'm black. Motherfucker, everything came from you. Stop worrying about that. You are on the wrong shit. Tap in. Because in other dimensions, race does not exist. It is spirit energy. It is spirit family. And this goes deeper than blood could ever go. deeper than blood could ever go. Blood ties you to something. Blood ties you to your family. But spirit connects you to all. Do you want to be tied to the physical realm or connected to all? That's your choice. You're going to make a choice after this video regardless. You're going to make a choice after this video regardless. What do you want to be? Connected to all? All information that ever was and ever will be? Or connected to this, which you are not meant to stay at for only 120 years max? That's not a long time for an infinite being. 120 years is actually a sniff to an infinite being. It's a sniff. It's a sniff to an infinite being. You forget what you are by this dogmatic belief. You forget what you are. You forget who you are, why you are, where you are. Then you don't know where you're going. So where you go goes where the controllers can tell you to go. The news. Oh my God, I am so afraid. That guy didn't have a mask on outside. Shame on you. Stay in the house, black people. Stay in the house. Listen, man. Worry about yourself. Build your system up. Fast, motherfucker. Fast. If you have a weak system, who this is, listen, the people who this is killing first are the people who have the weak immune system. How do you get a weak immune system? By eating food which is not supposed to exist in your vessel. It does not go with your melanin. And the more you have, the more addiction is prone and prevalent in you. Sugar is our number one thing for our melanin. Drugs are number two for our melanin. Whatever we pull in, we keep. So you have to use that same melanin and push it out and replace it with something that serves your melanin. Because the way it makes you feel, the way you're connected to it, the way you just seem to can't stop, that's part of you. That's how powerful you are. So imagine if you put your energy into something that serves your higher self. And this melanin that is inside of you and all around us could move freely through this. And you can control all this bullshit they're serving you. Because if they happen to come and inject me with something now and it kills me, I am happy right now. Because I understand you can't stop my ascension. This physical body is nothing. You can't stop my ascension. But if you don't know that you can ascend, if you don't know anything, if you haven't come here to learn anything like you're supposed to come here and learn some things. But you got stopped. Why did you get stopped? Why did they spend thousands of dollars altering your DNA? Billions, not thousands, billions. Why did they spend all this if they didn't know something about you that you didn't know? What happens when you find out? What happens when we come together and stop fighting and arguing about shit that doesn't matter? What happens? What happens then? The attack will not be on our people that are humans like us. The attack will be on those who are not like us, who do not have a soul. They made you and them focus on colors so much that you forget about everything and what's really going on, which is very sad. And they're really disappointed, ancestors are really disappointed in your behavior. They are disappointing in your behavior. Sometimes disappointing in my behavior. When I go under, I get a lashing at times all the time. About the things that I've done, about maybe the intensity that I'm moving at, or things that I'm not saying because I'm letting things hold me back, about people who are saying. They tell me these things. They're telling me these things. Go harder. Why are you holding back on them? Why are you not telling them about themselves? I tell them on Patreon, but they'd say, tell them on YouTube as well. Stop holding back. And they were angry at me for not telling you, no matter the backlash. But sometimes that's the lower self in me that stops me. because I understand what real information is. I understand what it can do to an individual who is not ready for it. I can understand the attack that ensues upon a person and that person's family when that person gives somebody information they're not ready for, medicine they're not ready to consume yet. When that person is asleep and wants to remain asleep and does not want to hear the truest part about themselves, so they reject the person that's telling the truth instead of listening to the message and research the message. I understand these things. I understand. I understand, y'all. Some of your family is not going to make it. I'm not here to make you feel some type of way. Some of you will lose your mothers, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your cousins, and even yourself if you don't get it. If you don't get it. The first people have the pre-existing issues. Your body is in a weakened state. You need to stop playing games and go on a fast right now. Go on a fast right now. I have been talking about intermittent fasting before the shit was even popular. Before I even knew the significance of intermittent fasting. Before I even knew why I was doing it and talking about it in such a way that I believed in its spiritual purpose. I was doing this a long time ago. Before Terry Crews came out and y'all said, oh my God, the celebrity. Because you do worship the celebrities. Oh, you motherfuckers worship the celebrities like crazy. You worship the celebrities and you worship your enslavers. You do. And you need to stop and realize what's inside of you. And if you are pregnant, eat life. You have two that you're eating for. So eat life. If you're melanated, eat life. I cannot give you information if you're Caucasian of what to eat. I'm just telling you that your body can withstand the things that our body cannot withstand. We are a giraffe. You are a, I can't even, no. We are something that eats different than you. It is what it is. Because a giraffe is a weaker creature, and we're not weaker creatures at all. We're actually stronger creatures than you are ever. I'm sorry. It's just a fact. If you don't believe me, just open up a fucking book or Google and research it. The fuck? Do it. Simple as that. I'm not here to hate you. But you, because Red said this, I hate him now. Well, just go look it up. Information is not always meant to be taken, the wrong way. When we have age information, you can just open up a book and find out, or you can just look around you. It's what it is. But the fact of the matter is, these people that look like me are on the lowest of the low right now. We are on the bottom of the bottom right now. And we're on the bottom of the bottom because we choose to remain there. With all this information around us, I don't understand how we can choose to remain here while we're seeing our family members dying like this. Be the example that you want them to be. They're not going to listen to you in the way that you're going to give it to them. Not everybody, yes, you're right. Not everybody can accept this truth. But it's just not for everybody to accept. Here's a choice. I'm not even going to answer this question because I don't want my personal opinion to get into this. If your ancestor spoke to you right now and told you, in order for the 1/3 of your people to ascend, you're going to have to lose 2/3 of that. Would you be able to deal with that and say yes? You have to push the, here's a yes button and here's a no button, right? Your 1/3 have to ascend. So in about 100 years, you can be a different people. Here's the 1/3, right? Let me turn my they do not disturb off on. Sorry. Here's the 1/3, right? 1/3. Then you have these 2/3. These 2/3 here are holding you back with their dogmatic beliefs, with their diet, with their mindset, with their fear. And this 2/3 have to go so this 1/3 can become all this. What would you do? Yes or no? That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you my choice. But I think y'all know. And this is sad. But you can't take everybody with you to prosperity. Harriet Tubman said, when she was freeing the slaves, she said, I could have took more if they knew they were slaves. She said that, didn't she? I could have took more. I could have saved thousands more if they knew they were slaves. Let that sit on you real quick. I put a post up on my Instagram today, with 2 photos. One photo of Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement. And on the bottom photo was Egyptian. If y'all wondering what this is all Egyptian hieroglyphs. I know who I am. I've seen it. It's things I've seen. I've seen this, you know? And I had to get the Japanese horse shit off of me. That's not who I am. I am this. You are this. This is where your intelligence comes from. When people actually knew of their intelligence. Anyway. But I put up a photo of Martin Luther King Civil Rights Movement, and I put up a photo of the Egyptian. And the caption said, whoever knows how far we have been, or thinking about how far we have not looked far enough. They want you to focus on the fact that you were slaves. They want you to focus on the fact that it was a civil rights movement. But the civil rights movement was basically a ploy and a plot to have us integrate because we were doing better. But it's neither here nor there. Doesn't even matter, right? It's done. And, you know, what we really are, what we really were, and what we are actually going to be again is something greater than you could ever even comprehend, understand. And some of y'all are going to have to come back into our children and do it, and be led by the ones who you refuse to be followed by, to follow. I'm gonna run that back because I was rambling. Some of you are, when you don't perish, you don't go to hell, okay? You're not doing that. You're gonna just come back. And this is a version of hell right now. It will be paradise soon, so don't trip. But some of you are going to have to transition and come back as our children or our children's children, so you can be led by somebody who has the information, which is taught by somebody that it can change your programming, because your spirit, when it gets back, it's not going to like the decisions that it made. I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. And for some of y'all, this information is too heavy for y'all. The programming is too deep for you. And you just don't want to change because you can't fathom that there's something else than what you've read. But there is. And what you read is a dumbed down version of what was ever written anyway. But I'm not going to get into that because you know how Christians are about their Bible. And I don't got time for that because I got things to do here before I go back. You know? But you people who actually can hear me and listen to me, I'm telling you, your DNA is meant to be unlocked at a certain time. And it's probably already been unlocked around maybe 2012. That was the age of Aquarius. Many of us are starting to wake up. And we're seeing who we are, what we are, and how to get there. If you want to speak to the ancestors, keep on eating plant life. I told you on my Patreon how to go there immediately. But your vessel got to be clean. You gotta really be ready for this information, because when this information comes upon you, it can be heavy for y'all. It can be heavy for you. When I thought that I was spiritually inclined, I didn't know how deep it went until I did ayahuasca. I did not know how deep it went. I did not know how deep it went until I did it. And then I went on a mission to find out everything that I ever had a question for, and I found out the answers. And I still got questions. I still want to go places, you know, not here in this dimension, obviously. I'm talking about out of the other dimensions. Every time I go to other dimensions now. I've seen this already. I want to go somewhere else because we're multidimensional and we can do that. Just so y'all know, we're multidimensional and we can go anywhere we want to go. If you tap in, we can go anywhere we want to go. Listen, I want you to understand this. Anywhere you want to go, you can go there. Anywhere you want to go, you can go there. And for some people, this information is heavy. Is heavy. I'll save some of it, but I gotta tell them some of it if it's right. You can't hold it all back. It's only 40 people on my Patreon. It ain't 71 that's watching right now. It's only 40. And I can't give it all to the Patreon and leave some people who don't want to pay the $10 for the Patreon out. Maybe they're not ready. Maybe they don't understand yet. Maybe this will make them want to join the melanin conversation or the other conversations or my rants that I go on that I don't want to talk about on YouTube because it's a lot, you know? But the ancestors don't like that. They don't like the fact that I separate some information. They don't like it. I'm just telling you they don't like it. They want me to go ham. They want me to go ham. And my higher self When it comes through me, he goes ham. If you thought that I was intense, who my higher self is and was when he was here is nothing compared to my intensity. Absolutely nothing. Absolute. The way we communicated with each other was different. A certain vibration coming out of the physical body to another physical body to change and shape that person's behavior through that person's passion through the throat chakra. That is how my higher self communicated to everybody. And when he speaks through me, it changes my vocal frequencies. That has true power. I'll save that for Patreon because that's too heavy right now. I'm not even ready for that on live. But he want to go live right now. Right now. And I'm stopping him because it's a lot. Yo, coach, you got demons going through you. You call it a demon. Anything that our enslaver hates, they call it demon anyway. So if our enslaver, well, not my enslaver, your enslaver, some of your family members enslaver, maybe not your enslaver, but your family members enslaver, the ones they still listen to, right? If when they call certain things bad, that just means it's bad for them. Black magic, that's bad for them. Witch, that's bad for them. Voodoo, bad for them. Bad for them. So whatever they call bad for them is good for you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to understand that. So let's just look about everything they ever called bad. You know? Everything they ever called bad that has something to do with black. It was probably bad for them. You know what I mean? So, you know, as this system changes, as it hasn't even hit its peak yet, you know, just prepare to brace yourself. Because if I'm not here at the end, I'm happy wherever I'm at. If I'm not here at the end, I'm happy wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? You can't speed it. So Fitzroy says, y'all, you can't feed a baby steak and expect, you know, you gotta. I know. Sometimes you gotta give the baby a little bit. You gotta give the baby some soft food and then some a little harder while the baby's teething. Right now they teething. You gotta give them a little something. They teething. I'm giving them what the higher self wants me to give them. You know, but I get it. But they gotta hear it because here's the thing, right? Let me talk about giving the baby steak. Now, when you give these people who drop off their live right now, you know, who don't want to hear it and can't, you know, pay attention and hold their attention, they heard a little bit, right? And when they heard a little bit, they remember that they heard it from somewhere. So when it hits them or smacks them in their mouth one day, maybe a year or 6 months from now, they'll remember where they heard it first. And maybe they'll start their journey. Because let me tell you, if somebody didn't tell me about health for so many years, like back in 2010 to about 2013, right? I had a friend and her name is Lisa, right? And this person told me about health and nutrition, like on a holistic side. Now, I was very, 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 very ignorant when it came to my eating habits at that point. This is back when I was, you know, dealing with erectile dysfunction, high blood pressure, you know, pre-diabetic, all that stuff. And this person gave me books and gave me information that I was not ready to consume yet, right? And when me and this person stopped being friends, everything that this person told me resonated with me in such a way that I took on a holistic lifestyle and changed my whole entire life because this person was patient with me and all of my ignorance while I'm at Popeyes eating chicken. And she's sitting there just watching me eat the chicken, watching me devour the biscuits. She's the person that actually told me that I should drink more water because I thought that Arizona iced tea was getting my hydration in. This is the mindset of the old Reggie back in 2010. This is the mindset. It's the mindset of many people. But if she kept on going, even if my ignorance and that I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm helping so many people because of what she put me on, I gotta look at them like it was me. So I'm basically talking to another form of me, that's not ready to eat. But one day they may get it. So why give up on them? That's my job. Maybe that's not your job, but that's my job. So why would I give up on these people who just aren't ready yet? But if I quit on them, who knows how many deaths I'm responsible for because I said fuck them. Family members are different because those people, they see me. So I just got to be an example for them. I just got to live and be an example for the family because they ain't going to hear me because they know who I used to be. So many of them not going to hear me. So I'm going to just help y'all because I can't help my family like that. And that's what it is. See, some of y'all don't realize that y'all not going to be able to help y'all family members because they know who you were and they cannot respect who you are. And to be a prophet in your own town is almost impossible, especially amongst the black community. But to be an example is something that you can do for nothing. You don't got to stalk them about being hitting their immune system. You don't got to stalk them about fasting. Just fast and survive and get in shape. And then they'll start to look at you and they'll wonder what you're doing. And maybe they'll ask. Or maybe if you're doing videos like me, they'll covertly watch your videos, never giving you recognition that you don't need anyway. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't need recognition from my family. I just want them to get it, what I'm talking about. And one day they may get it. But I'll always just be the example until that point happens, until they come to me and say, y'all ready to learn. Because as soon as my family come to me saying they're ready to learn this information, I'm about to pour the fuck into them. Like I pour into y'all, just on a much more intimate level. But right now, the anger that I use for my family not hearing me, I'm gonna go ahead and spill that into you because anger is good if you can learn how to harness it and put it in the right direction. It's bad when you find yourself resentful like I was in the beginning. I'm not resentful. I just realized they're not ready yet or they don't want to hear it yet. But that's cool because I love them anyway. I love the fuck out of my family no matter what y'all may have thought about me. I love my family to the end. I just understand they're not ready to get this meat yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and be that when I get this vegan stuff. Yeah, I ain't gonna say meat. Get this cucumber or celery or whatever you want to call it. Get this life energy yet. Not ready yet. I mean, your families ain't ready yet because in the black community, many of us are heavily engulfed with Christianity and meat and improper eating and listening to our enslavers. But that just means they're on a different part of their journey. They're not where you are yet, and you got to understand where they are by understanding where you were at first. And when you understand where you were and you put yourself in yourself in their shoes as what you used to be, then you'll realize that it takes time for a person to get a message, but you got to be that example. Now, if you got people that you doing videos like me and you online like that, then you could talk to people who may respect you because they don't know who you used to be. But I'm telling you who I used to be. I thought water was equivalent to Arizona iced tea. That's how ignorant I was. But I grew up in a family that didn't teach me about nature. Y'all know how we are a family. You know what we do at Thanksgiving. You know what we do at Christmas. You know what we do at cookouts. You know what we eat. We're eating food that's not conducive to our actual vehicles. So you know where we are. So many of us aren't even there yet. And we're not going to be there until we may pass and come back and do it again. But some of us may get it in this lifetime. That's up to them. Everybody got their own decisions to make. Everybody got their own way. You got your own path. Just in the meantime, mind your business, get yourself healthy, follow my advice so you can be a stronger example to those people that are dying around you. Because I see more black people dying right now than white people. Maybe because they're more on my timeline, but I don't know. I just don't really hear of that many Caucasians passing than black people. But I do see many Caucasians out here exercising and running more than black people. And I live in a community, with both. And I see more of them outside getting their exercise together. Strange, but I don't know. Maybe in your community, you're outside running. But where I'm at, I don't see too many African Americans outside running. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We're outside getting that nature in. I had the best workout yesterday on the grass. It just felt great, man. Grounding myself, taking my shoes off, just getting it in. Doing some burpees, doing some jumping jacks with no shoes on. Some of the best workouts outside is the ones you do with no shoes on. Getting that energy from nature, letting the sun communicate with your vessel. After this, I'm going to take my shirt off and take my white beater off. I'm going to go out there and let the sun hit my back. When you want the sun to hit you, make sure you let it hit your back. The Kundalini energy rising up to the spine, baby. You know, you know. I'm just, letting y'all know y'all got to get y'all shit together or you're gonna die. Just like that, you're gonna die. And I remember I don't know how long y'all been following me, but you remember back in the day when I used to use that analogy talking about the doctor, like when I was trying to get y'all healthy in the beginning, and I'm like, yo, imagine y'all went to the doctor right now, right? And the doctor told y'all had 6 months to live, and then, what would you do with your health? Doctor said you got 6 months and it costs $40,000. You would choke up the $40,000, and then you would be going in for 6 months. You know what I mean? So why don't you do that now? Because you probably got less than 6 months, especially if you have pre-existing issues, especially if you're on medication, especially if you're eating the food that's not designed for your body. You are not GMO. So why are you eating things that are designed for GMO people? I'm sorry. When you do not have melanin in this earth, you are not you're distant from it. Doesn't mean your spirit isn't. Your spirit can even be from Kemet and just in a different body. Talk to the people that you talk to. I don't know why these things happen. I just deal with the facts. I deal with the facts, and doesn't mean I don't, because when you realize, people, is that when you get closer to the spirit, you have less hate for people. You have more love and empathy for people. And love conquers all, right? And it may sound cliche because you probably heard it before, but I see a lot of people online saying, I hate this people and I hate that people. That shows me how connected to the spirit you are. Because when you're connected to the spirit, you don't actually hate anybody. You feel sorry for them, especially if they're living ignorant, especially if they're living with distrust and hate for you that has been told to them to hate you. You know what I mean? So I don't hate anybody. I actually love everybody. I just have different feelings of love for people. I love you enough to stay away from you. I love you enough to want to talk to you. There's my love. You know what I mean? I love you enough to stay away or want to talk to you. I love you enough to feel what you're probably feeling to make you feel this way or treat me this way. I love you enough to have a conversation with you that nobody will have in a way where it's going to serve your higher self. I love you enough to keep my distance from you because you don't understand yourself nor love yourself. So how could you ever love me for who I truly am? There's different kinds of love you can give to people. But when you're disconnected from your spirit self, you're going to brew in hate without truly understanding why you hate an individual or why an individual may hate you. Why these individuals who rule this planet may want to kill everybody who is a part of it. Why they put these things in you, such as these RFID chips or these injections or these viruses. Why they disconnect to nature so much where they destroy it or they hate you. Why these people do that. And then you don't go into hate, you go into empathy, because hate doesn't solve anything. Love solves everything. All right? So that's all I got for y'all today. I hope everybody's staying safe. I need y'all to do a few things for me real quick. I need y'all to start taking y'all supplements. But if you're not eating right, forget the supplements. And I sell supplements. So if y'all not eating right, forget them. Forget them. They ain't gonna work. Forget them. Damn. Just forget them. If you're not eating right, forget the supplements. You eat right. You fast. I do a 22-hour fast every day, and I don't even have to. I do it to raise my frequency because I'm very healthy. So if I die, they put some shit in me. For real. You know what I mean? Simple as that. And if and dying is just such a low vibrational word. Let's start using transition. That person that I love, that my auntie or my grandpa, that just transitioned. Use those words. Transitioned. Use that. Dying. Ugh. That's just so finite. It's just so done, finished, finite. You're just finished. There's nothing else besides that. Like dying. That word. Ugh. It doesn't feel good to say that word. Transition feels smooth, like you're moving into another existence. transitioned. Stop using death, people. Use transition, because that's what's really happening. Transitioned. Whatever you transition to, transition. That's your new word for today. Transition. Because you're going to see a lot of transitions happen soon. So, transition. Have y'all got outside yet? Yes, that's correct, said Fitzroy. You know, have we got outside yet? I'm looking in the sky right now, and I swear, I haven't seen a chemtrail in 3 days. I'm getting worried. I haven't seen a chemtrail in 3 days. As a matter of fact, longer. I don't see any. Do y'all see any? Where y'all at? Do y'all see chemtrails? Because I don't see any chemtrails in the sky. And maybe that's why we're vibrating higher. I don't see any chemtrails. So maybe this virus thing isn't the worst thing. You just got to find the good and all bad. You got to find the good and all bad, because then you make it good. I don't see any chemtrails. You know what I mean? Oh, you see them in Michigan? Oh, shit. Damn. I don't see them here. Maybe that's why I'm vibrating high. Oh, no chemtrails? So yeah, certain places there are chemtrails. Now I would think Atlanta would have chemtrails, because there's a lot of black people that go to Atlanta, you know? So they're trying to, I mean, if you're going to be in a geographical area where too many of y'all are, they can't have y'all vibrating that high. They got to keep y'all low, you know? So in order to counteract that, New York, I'm in Jersey. It's not even raining here. It was raining this morning, though, so it just moved, you know? Yeah, the sun is not being manipulated because they can't get to the sun. But how the sun gets to you is how it's being manipulated. You know what I mean? So that's what's being manipulated. How the information gets to you. But if you mess your vessel up, how are you going to translate the information that you get? You're going to get the information. You're not going to know how to comprehend it at all. You know what I mean? So what's the point? Who cares about what they're doing to the sun if you can't even get, if they unblock it where you're at, if you're not eating right, and you can't even get it anyway? So let's not worry about the sun right now. That's not going to move. And whatever they do is not going to move. You got to move. You got to be the one to move. If you're not the one to move, then don't get mad at them, because you know how much love you got to have? You got to have enough love to understand that you got to love yourself. If you love yourself, there's no excuses that you can make. If you love yourself enough, there's no excuses you can make. None. You gotta love yourself more than the enemy loves to destroy you. Because if you do what I'm telling you to do, such as connect to nature, such as connect to your understanding of yourself, open books, read some books. You know what I mean? Oh, I got a book y'all want to. If y'all want to read a book, I got a book that y'all can read right now. African Holistic Health by Dr. Lalia. Damn, I always pronounce it wrong. Lalia Africa. Read that. African Holistic Health by him. Dr. Lalia Africa. Lalia. I always pronounce his name wrong. I butcher his name, and he just passed not too long ago. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think the more trees you're surrounded with, the better your oxygen content is too. The more you're in cities, the less you have oxygen content. But the more you're around trees, which produce oxygen, the better off you'll be. Yeah, rest in peace to the man. Can you do another video on the pendulum more? Put that in the Patreon. Put that in the Patreon. I think you on Patreon, Melton. Just, yeah, message me. I'll forget. But I don't know what you want me to do about the pendulum, like any more videos. I told you how to use it. I'm done. I don't use it no more. I don't need to use it. I tap in a different way. Pendulum and doing stuff like that is just, it's a way to start it's the beginning. But when you can actually go there and get the actual information, like spoke through you, and literally be an observer, how different dialects speak through you, like Jamaican, African, languages that you've never heard before, because it's your true understanding of who you are, then you'll understand how low a pendulum is and how much you really don't want to use it anymore. But that's where I'm at in my journey. I just wanted to tell y'all about it, because I understand you got to meet people where they are so they can get to where you are. And I have ways to go. I'm not at the top of no damn mountain. I'm still climbing this shit. You know what I mean? My Patreon, if y'all want to know my Patreon, it's patreon.com/Mr. Intensity. Really easy to find it. Patreon.com/Mr. Intensity. So check this, right? So here's a question I'm asked right here. And sometimes when somebody who's tapped in gives you advice and it's not the way you want to hear it, you need to shut the hell up and realize you're not ready to hear it at all, right? So somebody asked me, how do you tap in? You want to know my response? You got to ask yourself. And the answer will pop right into your head because you always knew the answers. And if you can't hear the answers, get healthy first. Get healthy first. And you'll find out that you had all the answers all along. If you want to know how to tap in, ask yourself the question. And the answer will pop into your head so fast, you won't know what to do with it. Because when somebody is at a level where you strive to be, and you won't take the information that they give, and you try to shift and move the information around to make it make sense to you, then you're not ready to get the information. And I'm not this freaking shaman, or I'm just a man who understands how to tap in. I've done these things. I've went to Peru. I've done ayahuasca. I've done sapo. I've done 20 grams of shrooms. I've done ibogaine twice. And I've tapped in. But that's how I tapped in. Before I tapped in, I was meditating. I was doing all these things. It took me to a level where I could take ayahuasca. It took me to a level where I could do the law of attraction. That is the beginning. If you want to learn how to tap in, just follow my journey or follow your own journey, because your journey may be completely different than mine's. It may happen a lot faster than mine's. Mine took years. Yours could take months. Everybody's different. Nobody's the same. Your body's not the same. Your spirit's not the same. The origin of it isn't the same. The origin of you isn't the same. Everybody didn't have a life in Kemet. I just did. And it resonates with me the most because I've had lives before and after Kemet. But that one resonates with me the most because I've lived several lives in Kemet. Different lives in Kemet. So that's why it resonates with me. But I'm here to show you your greatness and what you can be if you tap in and stop tapping out. So I love y'all. Till the next video. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Peace.